LA Late News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LA Late.
And good morning and Merry Christmas. A massive series of checks are available to millions of Americans right now, and they're getting paid. They got paid this month, they're getting paid this week, and they're getting paid next year. This is stimulus checks for you. Stimulus checks for SSI, stimulus checks for SSDI, stimulus checks for SSA, stimulus checks for VA, stimulus checks for RB, stimulus checks for low income, stimulus checks right now. Viewers of this channel have gotten these stimulus checks in December, and they're going to get them back in January. We're going to go over the latest details on how you, if you're watching this channel right now, can get these incredible stimulus checks. How much? 18 months, $3,000 a month, 5 checks per month, fast stimulus. And it heats up today with the major announcement that came on December 23rd to this channel, the membership newsletter. The membership newsletter is now available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All holidays, all holiday weekends, right there at news.lalate.com/newsletter. The newsletter now gets a second home, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So now you can apply for stimulus checks every day, every hour, every minute. And as soon as you become a member, while watching this video, you can go right in and start applying for stimulus checks right today. We'll go over the latest stimulus checks in today's recording, how to get them, and how to pounce in that brand new membership newsletter delivered from me to you for a Christmas gift. Plus, the PCE release, the latest details on the Santa Claus rally, the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report, and also the latest details on the market recap, plus the bearishness in a brand new report and a series of companies struggling as we go into a brand new week. But the big stimulus check news today is available right now. Stimulus checks now available for you to pounce as a Purple Hawk or a Power Casino VIP. So become a member right this minute while the video is playing. Go right into the LA newsletter, which is in the description of this video and on the pinned comments under the video, and get those incredible stimulus checks as soon as you can. We're going to go over all this, plus unemployment stimulus, and also PDP stimulus, plus the series of new legislations proposed for the next year. It's a big recording. It's a special recording. It's a Christmas Eve recording and Christmas Day recording. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, let's get to the deliciousness on Mornings. Good morning, everybody. The ticker you see under the surfer right there is the close of the markets on Friday. The Dow up 176 on Friday. The NASDAQ up slightly at $21. But what's it? 21 points was the issue. It was whether we actually got a Santa Claus rally out of that. Massive stimulus checks heat up today's recording. These are stimulus checks for the first time ever. You can now apply for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on the brand new second home to the membership newsletter. In the last 2.5 years, this channel has had a membership newsletter delivered from me to you, Monday through Friday, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. But for Christmas, on December 23rd this year, I deliver you a major gift to deliver the membership newsletter from me to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All major holidays, it's open all around the clock. It's open on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Apply for incredible stimulus checks. It's right there at news.lalate.com/newsletter. At that beautiful brand new website that relaunched, you can now go in and get incredible applications in for those incredible stimulus checks. It's news.lalate.com/newsletter. It's a password-protected website for members of this channel, and the password is updated every morning at around the time of Mornings LA. The password was just updated at the time this morning's broadcast airs at 9 a.m. Look at that ticker on the screen right there. So it's 9:49 a.m. when this broadcast first airs. The password is updated around the time the Mornings LA show airs at about 9 a.m. And if you got the alert for this video, it has a brand new password. Plus, it's the same password for all 3 channels. Channel 1, Channel 2, and Channel 3. Go right in and apply for some incredible stimulus checks. Become a member right now and get some incredible stimulus checks round the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in the brand new membership newsletter that's innovating technologically the entire financial industry today. Viewers of this channel have been getting stimulus checks since the month of March. They got them in December. They'll be getting them in January. And if you just found this channel, welcome. In this recording, I'm going to show you how to get these incredible stimulus checks. These are stimulus checks for SSI, stimulus checks for SSDI, stimulus checks for SSA, stimulus checks for VA, stimulus checks for RB, stimulus checks for low income, stimulus checks for SSA. These are stimulus checks right now. We're not dreaming. We're not hoping. We're not praying for stimulus. These are stimulus that have been lost since the month of March. All we're doing is pouncing and getting paid around the clock since the month of March on this channel. We're going to go over all these incredible stimulus checks one at a time in this recording. But first, let's go over where these stimulus checks came from, starting with the month of March. That's when Joseph Biden came along and passed a series of executive actions, which established the first 3 stimulus checks for you, SSI, SSDI, SSA, RB, and veterans, and also low income. Their stimulus checks A, B, and C, which amount to about $100,000. You qualify. Been lost since the month of March. Viewers have gotten them since the month of March. If you just found this channel, welcome. Become a member right now. Then go into that brand new second home to the membership newsletter right now. The original home to the membership newsletter is still there. It hasn't changed. It now has a second additional home. So if you like to pounce very quickly, which I would encourage you to do, then you can do that right now. Become a member and go right in and start grabbing stimulus checks this minute. That membership newsletter is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. After the President of the United States did those first 3 checks, then what happened? Congress passed a bill which established more checks, and those are stimulus checks E through K. These are stimulus checks for SSI, SSDI, SSA, VB, and also stimulus checks for low income. Pass. Purple Power, we've been getting them since the month of March. We got them this month. We'll get them next month. Become a member and get those incredible stimulus checks. Now, 2 places to get those incredible stimulus checks. The original location, the original newsletter, delivered from me to you Monday through Friday, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The original location via YouTube alerts is still there. And now a second new additional location. And that second new additional location is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it's at news.la.com/newsletter. The description to which is, the link to which is in the description at the top of the chat in the pinned comment after the video airs. These incredible stimulus checks you can get right now. You can get these incredible stimulus checks all day, every day, as soon as you become a member. It's absolutely incredible. It's the brand new newsletter that everyone is talking about because once again, LA Late is back with innovating the financial news space. These 18 months of $3,000 a month, 5 checks per month. But let's look at the first 3 checks without even a delay, starting right now. Those first 3 checks from Joseph Biden are stimulus checks A, B, and C. And they've been lost since the month of March. Let's look and see how they work, starting right now. Stimulus check A is a $6,500 to $12,000 stimulus check. It's been lost since March. Viewers have gotten it. This month, you can get it right this minute. Go into this video, become a member. Then go into that brand new membership newsletter, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and apply for stimulus check A. You're not done there yet. Go get stimulus check B, $15,000 to $80,000. Now with that brand new membership newsletter at a second additional location, it's additional. My gift for you, delivered for Christmas, for December 23rd this year, you can apply for that stimulus check right this minute while becoming a member. And that is a great check, B. Why? Because this is the one that helps people get 18 months of stimulus checks. 18 months of monthly MSC stimulus checks have been a reality, a law on this channel since March. And tonight, or this morning, you're going to learn how to get these incredible stimulus checks. You're not done there yet. You can go get stimulus check C, which is rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and more. In that membership newsletter, I tell you who to call, what to say, and how to say it for these incredible check Cs. Let's look at some of the success stories. You want $30,000 of rent? Well, become a member. Open that brand new membership newsletter, which is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at news.la.com/newsletter. Grab the password for the most recent posts on Channel 1, Channel 2, or Channel 3, and put that password in. It was just changed on the morning's broadcast, and go right in and get some incredible checks for rent. You want $30,000 for rent? Go get some check C's. $15,000 utilities. That's what Mark's brother-in-law got. Combinations of checks. Absolutely. Become a member. Get some check C's. Again, a check C's. I tell you where to call, who to call, and what to say. 12 different places. Nisi went from $23,000 of stimulus checks to $50,000. Mark went from $32,000 to $50,000 of stimulus checks to $100,000 of stimulus checks to $166,000. And then Lorraine, she went from $105,000 to $166,000. Again, these are stimulus checks for SSI, SSDI, Social Security, rural benefits. These are stimulus checks for low income. These are stimulus checks that have been lost since March. Few have been paid since March. They got paid in the month of December. They're going to get paid in the month of January. If you're just watching this channel, just found this channel, welcome. Become a Purple Hawk right today. Get that beautiful emoji of a hawk behind your name and start going into that membership newsletter this minute and apply for some incredible stimulus checks. You deserve them, you need them, and those were only the first 3 checks, A, B, and C. In a second, we're going to turn to the checks from Congress, passed in March, and those are stimulus checks E through K. They're coming up in just a second in this recording. But before we get to that, let's go to some other breaking news on stimulus as well. The other breaking news on stimulus is 2023 is going to be a big year in which they propose to give you additional stimulus on top of that. Plus, unemployment stimulus is heating up, and also PBT stimulus is coming to this channel. First, PBT stimulus, what is that? That is stimulus from 2021, where people endured COVID and didn't get enough money. These are young families. Well, they're getting checks. The latest details today is the state of Arizona has sent out PB checks of $391. Wow, that's absolutely incredible. $391 are landing in the state of Arizona for young families to qualify. This is anyone who endured the pandemic and was receiving low income, cheaper, or free meals at the time. Now you're getting a $391 check in the mail on a preloaded debit card. It's coming to you. PBT coverage of stimulus is also coming to this channel. Now, why do I use that example? Because it's so important for this graphic. 2023. In 2023, they proposed, the Democrats and Republicans, to merge all their bills together. Those bills are Social Security reform. They want to reform the Social Security system because you were not paid enough again during the pandemic. This is you, SSI, SSDI, SSA, VA, RB. And what do they want to do? $200 monthly raise, $2,000 one-time stimulus check. Remove the marriage penalty, income cap, eligibility age, drop, hashtag Purple Power, hashtag SS200. The concept is very simple. For decades, your benefits are tied to something called COLA, Cost of Living Adjustment, COLA. It works now when there's inflation, but it has not worked when there was no inflation, like during the pandemic. So you were not getting paid enough during the pandemic. So Congress wants to get you caught up one time with a one-time lift of $2,000. And then they want to give you $200 a month to keep you consistent. This is in addition to all this incredible stimulus checks covered in today's recording. This is in addition to the raise of your benefits, which starts on January 1, 8.9% raise on top of your existing raise from this year of 5.7%. It's absolutely incredible. And with that, without a delay, let's go back into those great stimulus checks for SSI, SSDI, low income, RB, and other people with those incredible stimulus checks E through K. Stimulus checks E through K, again, are these stimulus checks which have been lost since the month of March. And these now are the stimulus checks from Congress. Let's look at those beautiful stimulus checks right now, E through K, and they are part of these incredible checks that can give you massive sums of money. Stimulus check E is a beautiful $7,500 stimulus check. This week, we got an update about stimulus check E that the Department of Treasury will give us a briefing on it by potentially the end of the month. So I'll have that for you as soon as it comes out. Stimulus check F, $4,000 stimulus check. Love it. Stimulus check G, oh wow, 30% off. Great. Stimulus check H, $2,000 stimulus check. Again, these are stimulus checks E through K. These are stimulus checks passed by Congress in March. Viewers have been getting them since March. These are stimulus checks for you, SSI, SSDI, SSA, VA, RB. Stimulus checks for low income. Anyone who makes $75,000 or less, married couple, $150,000 or less. Stimulus check I, $8,000. Stimulus check J, $8,000. Love it. Stimulus check K, $14,000. Wow. And again, those are stimulus checks E through K in the membership newsletter now, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on that brand new second home news.la.com/newsletter. We're not done there yet. Now let's go to the other stimulus checks I found thereafter because I care about you. Stimulus check L, $100,000 on average in loan interest-free money. M, $4,000 stimulus check. Love it. Then N, brand new computer, brand new tablet, brand new free Wi-Fi, and brand new laptop are under the Christmas trees of my members this Christmas season. Why? Because Stimulus N has been on this channel since the month of March. And it's a brand new computer, tablet, laptop, free internet, and we've been featuring it every day since then. Viewers have gone to like Spelly and Lynn Glenn and countless other viewers. Go under the video, become a member. Go into that membership newsletter right now at news.la.com/newsletter and get that free brand new computer for Christmas. It's absolutely incredible. Stimulus check O, 0 down payment, 0 closing costs, brand new mortgage, and then stimulus check P, 3% refi, and Q is $8,000 stimulus check. And there you go. Those are your beautiful stimulus checks, A through Q. Let's go over some of the details that we know from these incredible stimulus checks, A through Q. First, largest stimulus check, $100,000. Smallest stimulus check, $8,000. These are stimulus checks for you, SSI, SSDI, SSA, VARB. These are stimulus checks for you, low income. These stimulus checks have been lost since the month of March. Viewers have got to them every month since the month of March. They got them in December. They're going to get them in January. With that 18-month payout on average, you want to pounce right today because why? The recession, as I first predicted before any other financial reporter, will be 2 years starting January 1. 18 months of monthly stimulus checks, well, that will cover you from nearly the 24 months of a potential 2-year recession. So go into this video, become a member right now, and get those incredible stimulus checks, A through Q. Let's learn a little bit more about them. Largest check, $100,000. Smallest check, $8,000. Fastest routing time, 2 days. Johnny start on Monday, by Wednesday, $45,000. What do we have stimulus checks for? We have stimulus checks for rent, utilities, mortgage assistance. We have home repairs, home appliances, the computer, the car, the internet. It's just absolutely wonderful. Become a member right today. Get that beautiful purple hawk emoji behind your name. People in the live chat that have that emoji of a picture of a hawk with a purple background right now, they are members. You become a member right today, this minute, and then as soon as you become a member, enjoy your Christmas gift from me to you. A newsletter that is accessible every minute of every day. The new newsletter at its second home is news.la.com/newsletter. Take the password from the most recent post on channel 1, channel 2, or channel 3. The most recent post, take that password and put it right into that page, and you are into the newsletter, and you're getting incredible stimulus checks. Now, unemployment stimulus is very important because why? Millions of Americans are getting laid off. And if you don't know how to do it, don't worry, because I'm going to explain it to you right now. There are 2 steps for getting unemployment stimulus checks, which for some of you could be tens of thousands of dollars. Step 1 is filing the claim. If you've never filed a claim, then go to your state's Department of Unemployment or Labor. If you have filed a previous claim, then you'll have a username and password, but you'll need to set up a new claim. There'll be 3 questions in step 1. The first question, what date were you fired? That is a critical question. Do not mess up the answer. They're asking what day the employer walked up to you and said, ma'am, you're fired. Let's say, for example, in this recording, it's October 1st. You must say October 1st. Do not say now Christmas Eve. Because why? That'll cost you 12 weeks of stimulus checks, nearly thousands and thousands of dollars. Don't mess it up. Question number 2. Are you willing to work? Yes, I am. Able to work? Yes, I am. You must answer yes to both of those 2 questions. Why? If you aren't, you'll get a denial. What do the questions mean? The first question is asking, are you physically able to work? Are you able to work? Yeah, I'm physically able to work. Second question, do you want to work? That's a mental question. Yes, I do want to work. You must answer yes, and you'll be approved the claim. Step 2, certify for benefits. This is another way to say ask for checks each week. The websites are great. They're very easy. They will start with the first week that you were unemployed. It'll say, okay, Do you want to check for the first week you're unemployed? I do. It'll bring you through the steps and then say, fine, you're done. Let's do the next week. Here's a couple of things to know. First, you can never be too late for filing for unemployment. So if you got fired 3 months ago, don't worry. The only thing is the first deposit you're going to receive is going to be 3 months of stimulus checks. 4 weeks in a month, that's 12 stimulus checks in one deposit. Yeah, it's going to be huge. Can you be too early on applying for that step 2? Yes, you can. The website will tell you you're too early for asking for that week's of benefits. Come back on a later date. What if I lose connectivity or lose power? My cell phone gets disconnected. Don't worry, you can call back in or reconnect, and it'll pick up from where you left off. It's incredible. And that is your incredible unemployment stimulus. Coming to this channel more in the next few days and certainly next year is PEBT stimulus news. Because PEBT is stimulus checks, and it's a lot of money, like $391 in Arizona, and Kansas had money this week as well. The latest comment came in from Tasha Peterson, press secretary of the Arizona Department of Economic Security. She says eligible families with school-age children will receive a preloaded EBT card in the mail, and it can be used for purchasing groceries. Again, that's $391. It's arriving already this month, and more are being sent out this week and next week. It's $391 in Arizona. Tell your friends and family who are on PEBT to come over to LA because that subject matter is heating up as well. And with that, get all these incredible stimulus checks, 18 months, $3,000 a month, 5 checks per month. How do you do it? You go into the video, become a member, and go right into that brand new membership newsletter launched on December 23rd, my gift to you for Christmas. The ability to become a member and then apply for stimulus checks the same minute is incredible. It's technologically advanced. Now you don't have to wait to a particular day or a particular hour to read the newsletter. You can read the newsletter around the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Become a member. Look at the most recent posts on your channel, 1, 2, or 3. Grab that password and go right into the newsletter. The same password works for all 3 channels. And again, use the most recent posts across the board. In the big second half, we're going to continue with the breaking news with that inflationary report released on Friday. The Santa Claus rally, did it happen or did not? You're looking at a brand new updated graphic. Look at the red band. The Dow ended up 176 points on Friday. The NASDAQ ended up 2174. So we did end up on Friday positive, but did we get a Santa Claus rally? How the breaking details on this big second half. The consumer sentiment report was released on Friday out of Michigan. Why was it positive than expected? And then the AAI survey was more negative than expected. All the latest details across the board. Plus, what are we seeing with the certain situations for certain companies? The latest on that. Plus, we'll be going back into the stimulus news today, and there is a lot of stimulus news. Become a member and go into that brand new newsletter at news.la.com/newsletter and apply for all those incredible stimulus checks for December and get them for January. I'll be back with you in 60 seconds as we'll go over more about this stimulus and the latest on the market recap. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, God bless. See you back in 60 seconds as Mornings LA continues.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LA Daily for the excitement of the new LA Live Daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LA at 9 a.m. Home LA returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LA at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LA Late.
And the excitement continues in a big second half on the shores of Santa Monica, California. Good morning. How are you? I just noticed for some particular reason the stream has not started, the live stream. So this show will re-air, taped in just a few minutes from now from the shores of Santa Monica, California. I hope you have a beautiful day. And boy, massive stimulus, 18 months of checks, $3,000 a month, and 5 checks per month are available right for you right now. Go right into the video and become a member. Get all this incredible fast stimulus. You deserve it. It's huge, and it's incredible today from the shores of Santa Monica, California. This lifetime stimulus was a big topic of discussion throughout this year, the raising of your benefits. But guess what? They want to give you more benefits on top of that. And we'll be watching that story in the next few days across the board. The details on this low-income stimulus checks, SSI, SSDI, VARB, is that they've been paying out all this year long. They paid out in December, and they're paying out right now. We'll go over more about that in just a second. But first, go out of this video, become a member, then go right into that LA newsletter and get those incredible stimulus checks 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But first, the breaking news today. The PCE was released on Friday. This is the Personal Consumption Expenditure Index. And what did we see? We saw that inflation went up higher than expected in that latest report. The PCE is the inflationary gauge that the Federal Reserve prefers over the CPI. And that report showed that inflation went up month to month, year to date, and higher than expected. What did the data show? The PCE rose sizably in the latest data. And wow, what data it was. The core PCE rose 4.7 in November from the earlier period. While economists were looking for a gain of 4.6 month to month, the index rose as well. But that came in at expectations. Meantime, the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report was released on Friday. And what do we see in that report as well? We saw in that report a series of elements, once again, that consumers remain overly confident in this economy. Excuse me? Excuse me, how is that possible? Consumers remain a little bit more confident in this economy than people would expect. Why is this? 2 consumer confidence reports were released this week, and they both asked the consumer, are you more confident in this economy? And they both said yes. But this is not you. This is not I. This is not Wall Street. This is not institutional investors. These are people who do not know what's going on. They were asked, has inflation gone away? Yeah, it has gone away, they said. Excuse me? They believe inflation is gasoline prices. And that gasoline prices are lower, they think inflation's gone. They actually say that in the surveys. Horrible, is it? It's so misinformed. And there's so many millions of Americans who are misinformed that think inflation's gone because gasoline's cheaper. It's not gone. Moreover, they've taken that to translate into the economy's in great shape. Folks, the recession starts in 30 days. They think we are not in a recession. They think there's no inflation because they're looking at the gasoline at the pump. Now let's recap. Inflation has lots of components, and gasoline is only one of the components. Rent is one of the major parts of the inflationary report, and rent has gone up every month this year in the latest CPI reports, and that's coming out, the latest CPI report, in just a few days as well. Rent is nearly 30% of inflation. The milk and eggs, the Christmas trees, they're all up this year, and that inflationary report shows it today as well. Now, here's a contrast. Another report released on Friday was the AAII survey, and that showed more bearishness than we've seen this entire year. What is bearishness? Pessimism. That pessimism was really there among institutional investors because they understand what's going on. They understand what's going on, and that pessimism continues to grow. So you see the contrast here? The Michigan Consumer Sentiment, where people do not know what's going on. They think the inflation's gone, wrong. They think the economy is doing better, wrong. And then you jump over to the AAII survey, which are basically people more informed like you and I. They say, wow, I'm a lot more pessimistic about this economy than I was last month. And the most pessimistic I've been this year. Incredible. Incredible. It comes in a week in which other things happen that also don't line up well either. Santa Claus rally. Did we get that Santa Claus rally? We did not. You're looking at a graphic right there of the Dow's close on Friday, up 176.44 in that red band of the ticker. The NASDAQ up 2174 on Friday, but the market was down so much this week that barely is a rally, if at all, up for the entire week. Santa Claus Rally starts the 10th trading day of December every year, which this year is December 14th. It didn't start. So this new week, or last week, we were looking to see it start before Christmas, because that's when Santa Claus comes. It had not by the middle week, because we had an up day and then we had very, very bad down days. By the end of the week, we were barely up at all. And ultimately, can a Santa Claus Rally happen in January? No, that would not be a Santa Claus Rally. It has to happen in December, because January is always a negative month. Here's what we also dealt with this week that is really much the same situation as that consumer confidence report. Retail. Nike. Nike is a company that sells shoes online. Most of its business comes from shoes sold online. I patronize Nike, so I know how they work. They sell shoes online. Very people go into a Nike store to buy shoes in a store, a brick and mortar. In fact, Nike has closed a lot of stores. So this week on December 21, the stock was up 12% with massive earnings numbers. Great for Nike, but not great with the analysts that took that information and ran with it and applied it to retailers who sell in a storefront. Not the same type of business. They took the Nike news where they beat on top and bottom on second quarter corporate earnings on the 21st. They took the retail stocks, including the ones that have brick and mortar with a storefront, and rallied up the retail stocks on the 21st, 11% on Wednesday. Wrong, very wrong. Because this is not what Nike does. It doesn't get most of its business from retail stores. It gets it from online. Moreover, they're not Nike. Nike is a niche brand. They're not a Macy's. Ultimately, this is why the market tumbled dramatically the next day. The 22nd, the market fell dramatically because people realized that type of analysis didn't work. It's that type of situation we're dealing with on a daily basis. Daily basis is people are taking data and going the wrong way with the data. And here was that same day, the Consumer Confidence Board released its report, highest consumer confidence since the month of April, on a report. This is different than the Michigan one. This is earlier in the week. Inflation expectations retreated in December to those lowest levels since September 2021. Now imagine what that quote says. That quote, who is from Lynn Franco, who's Senior Director of Economic Indicators, is not telling you what the situation is for the economy. She's telling you what the situation is for the consumers that were asked in that poll. In that poll, the consumers said they believed inflation had absolutely gone away and that this was the lowest level of inflation in this economy since September 2021. I mean, how wrong is that? That consumers believe that this economy has the lowest level of inflation since September 2021 in December. We're having the highest inflation we've had this entire year right now. So it shows you how uninformed people are. Now, ultimately, what does that mean for you and I? What that means for you and I is that there's going to be a big financial cliff that's going to hurt a lot of us that are informed by people who are misinformed or uninformed. When they continue their buying spree, when they increase their credit card debt limits, when they keep on buying, think inflation's gone, when they believe, and this is in a brand new poll released, I think it was on Thursday, that they're fired, there's a ton of jobs ready for them to take on the spur of the moment if there aren't, that is going to cause our economy to get more eroded. And yes, even though you and I are informed, they're going to get more uninformed or disinformed, and that's going to shift the economy to the negative. And that's why it's so important to get all these incredible stimulus checks. It's in a week in which mortgage refis demand surged 6%, but this is why you have to watch the data. The mortgage demand surged dramatically this week, 6%. Time to celebrate? No, because it's down 36%. It's down 85% year to date. So you have to read the whole data. Mortgage demand, the housing industry down 85% year to date. We also learned this week, existing home sales down, new home sales down. And that is because of the following. If you own a home, you're in there with a beautiful 2-3% mortgage rate. You're not going to move into a new home because now I have a 7 to 8% mortgage rate. You're not going to move. You can't afford to move. You don't own a home and you're thinking of buying a home, you can't because no one can afford a 7-8% mortgage. And what about the renters? They'll stay renting, and what is the landlord going to do? Raise the renting prices. And there you go. One of the most important things to remember as you're looking at stimulus for the end of 2022 as you go into 2023 is that this is stimulus checks for SSI, stimulus checks for SSDI, stimulus checks for SSA, stimulus checks for RB, stimulus checks for low income. These are stimulus checks to pay for bills. And ultimately, I never have a stimulus check for every bill, but it's important to understand how this helps you. Let me give you an example. There's a car in the driveway, and the car has a carburetor that needs to get fixed. You do not have the cash for that carburetor, and the mechanic has priced the job at $1,200. You do not have $1,200 to fix that car in the driveway. Here is how I'm going to get you $1,200 to fix that car in the driveway with the latest news today. You have a rent bill? Yeah. You have a utility bill? Yes, I have 4 per month. And you have other expenses? Absolutely. So if you got your rent paid by these incredible items in the newsletter, if you got utilities paid by those incredible items in the newsletter, then suddenly you're not taking cash out of your wallet this month for those bills. It's staying in your wallet. Here's an example. Let's say the rent and the utilities this month for you is $4,000 of bills. Well, then you're not taking $4,000 out of your wallet this month to pay those bills. If you get the stimulus from this channel, you're not taking the $4,000 out of your wallet. You have an extra $4,000 in your wallet at the end of this month. Go fix the carburetor for $1,800. You have the money now for it. It gets better. As Lynn Glenn explains, she's saving up her money every month. So this is not 1 month. This is averaging 18 months of stimulus checks. 18 months of $4,000 every month in this example. You have $4,000 in your wallet this month. Part of it's going to go to the car. Next month, you have another $4,000. Next month, you have another $4,000 saved up that you're not spending because someone else is paying for your rent and your utilities. 3 months, 4 times 3, $12,000. 4 months, 4 times 4, $16,000. 5 months, 10 months. 10 months, $40,000. This is how you do it. So ultimately, your bills get paid when you do what is covered on this channel. Get those incredible stimulus checks A, B, and C, then follow along with E through K. They're all in that brand new newsletter. Again, that brand new newsletter relaunched at a second home for Christmas. And that second home is news.la.com/newsletter. Get those incredible stimulus checks. You deserve them. Get them right now. Become a member and apply for the incredible stimulus checks right now, every day, every hour, and as soon as you become a member. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, God bless. Become a member and get all these incredible stimulus checks news. The news continues next on Holidays, LA at 11 a.m. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, stay informed, stay focused. Have a beautiful day. Merry Christmas. I'll be with you all day long and tomorrow as well. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, stay informed, stay focused, and stay with LA for more.